There are so many emotions and feelings that are going into tonight. It's one of those events that we've been thinking about and waiting for years. Now, due to some changes in his West Point journey, like the fact that he had surgery and he wasn't able to get medevac this year, we weren't really sure like what this process would look like for us. But ultimately, like, we have spent the last few years waiting for post-nat, and it's here. It's finally here. The first thing I'm feeling is just this utter excitement to finally be in the last 100 days of West Point, and also to be at this point where we can start apartment hunting, house shopping, all of that stuff. That feeling is just incredible. Second is nerves. I am nervous. I'm a little anxious to hear where we're gonna go. Now, Tucker branched medical services. There are only 21 people at West Point that branched medical services. That being said, there's not a huge array of posts for him to choose from. There are 21 and he is now ranked 12 out of 21, so like right in the middle of that. So there's this really nervous feeling of, where are we gonna go? Are we gonna get something totally different than what we've planned for? Ultimately, we don't know, but here in about an hour, we will. And I'm so incredibly thankful to be where we are right now. It's a really good feeling to see yourself in the place that you used to dream about. Like, we used to daydream and talk and plan for this time of our lives, and it's here. And I'm trying not to take any bit of that for granted, because we're finally moving forward. Like, we've been moving forward all along, but now we're like, it's like the last few grains in an hourglass. Like, you can actually see the finish line approaching versus just thinking about it. And I've been super emotional this past weekend and up until today, because it's like, part of me had to have faith that these days would come, but the other part of me was wondering if they would ever get here, and they're finally here, and that makes me super happy, emotional. So I'm gonna try and catch it on camera when he calls me, because the way it works, they're all gonna go sit down. All 21 medical service cadets are gonna go into a room, and every post they have to choose from will be up on a board, like on a card. And one by one, by the order of merit, they will get to choose their post. And Tucker's gonna go back to his seat and send me a picture first thing, and then I'm nervous. So I've been like prancing around the house, just saying how nervous I am. I posted this on my Instagram story this morning, and it says, "Big smiles for post night." It's true. But it's crazy how fast big smiles can turn into anxiousness over this type of excitement, and it's a huge wait and see game for us. And so I just got a text from Tucker. It's definitely not it. Seeing it all up there on the board makes it so real. It's all of them up there on the board, and that's what he's looking at right now. It's 5:49. My time, so it's 6:49 his time. So we are roughly 10 minutes away, and I am so nervous. I'm like wandering around the house and like looking in the cabinets, trying to find something to cook, something to do, and I have chills. Can you see that? I have chills. Tucker's nervous too. And it is 7 o'clock there. It's 7 o'clock. Our countdown is on, and now we wait. Keep hitting the table. I just hit my head. You know, during this time of my life, all the uncertainties and all the changes, all the inevitable changes, I find myself saying out loud, "God, I trust you. God, I trust you." Because I'm nervous to know. Those words, "God, I trust you," have given me a lot of peace during this time, to like declare out loud that I do trust him in these situations so I'm just waiting. I'm getting messages in our group chat of the other girls. And so it should be any minute now. Keep checking to see if he's read it, and he hasn't read it, so I know he hasn't chosen yet. He's not back to his seat, like. And the thing is, we're gonna be there by the end of the year. Like, I don't know if it's like this with all branches, but I know a large majority of them have long bullock dates, like long bullock trainings. Tucker's is 2 months, and we go in July. So in July, we'll go to Texas for 2 months, and then from Texas, we'll go to our first post. And so that's what we're picking for right now. People are finding out. I know we should be finding out soon. I'm so nervous. And I'm scared that I'm gonna actually open it as he's texting it, because I do that sometimes. So I finally got up to go figure out what I'm gonna make for dinner, and I'm gonna make Fort Wainwright. We're going to Alaska. We're going to Alaska. We got Fort Wainwright.